When the gospel changes hearts and minds, then everything begins to change. And the same is true for Washington, D.C.
And for the many Christians that I bump into that say, God's written off Washington, D.C., I just laugh and say, you ought to come and see what God's doing on this hill.
The D. James Kennedy Center for Christian Leadership is training the next generation of leaders to stand for Christ.
Dr. Frank Wright, the president and CEO of D. James Kennedy Ministries, felt the need to train a new generation of Christian leaders, partly because he saw firsthand the disappointing results from the new Congress that began in 1995, with about 80% of them being professing Christians.
But I'll just tell you that looking at it 20 years later, they swept in like a wave breaking on the beach, and like waves tend to do, they ebbed back out into the ocean, and in some respects with little discernible impact.
June 26, 2015, gay marriage is now legal across the United States.
All right, the Washington Post, a move to defund Planned Parenthood of $500 million in federal funding came up short in the Senate.
We have got to say enough of the politics as usual, and we've got to send men and women here to Washington who are serious, aren't worried about re-election, aren't worried about preserving their majority, but rather they're more concerned about preserving the nation.
Dr. Wright's vision for the Center for Christian Leadership became a reality in 2018 when the first class began the series of intense training sessions.
We're looking for people who have a heart after God's own heart, individuals who are willing to go and do whatever it takes to help change this country to where it should be.
This training has given me a practical look at what's happening in Washington. It's given me some understanding of the skills that I need to cultivate more in my life.
This training has been one of the best decisions I made in deciding to run for public office. It has helped form and shape my worldview. It has helped form and shape my understanding of the Constitution, of what our republic stands for, and the responsibility that we have as elected officials.
It's been very disappointing how many well-meaning Christians have gotten themselves elected and gotten there ill-equipped to do the job they've sought to fulfill. We're determined to change that.
It's one thing to be a Christian and feel that calling of God, but how much better if they're really equipped so that when they get there, people have put their faith in them, voting for them, when they get to office, they really know how to make a difference.
I found the training to be very helpful to the current office I'm holding, and it really gives you a holistic grasp of what we're facing in Washington, D.C., and what it will take to really turn things around.
We have looked at the landscape of leadership training and the kind of leadership training that's done, and we think there's an opportunity for us to do something unique and very impactful in our hope for the culture and for the future of America.
I really don't think there's anything else like this out there. It's the best of a lot of the leadership programs that I've been involved in the past.
So the most important thing I've learned from this training has been really a knowledge base, comprehensive economics, different philosophies that are influential on us today. The depth and the breadth of the knowledge that you get is different than any other program.
Dear friend, we are in the midst of a war of values, a war against God and His truth.
We believe that God's calling us to raise up another generation of leaders to go into the public policy arena and seek to attain the highest level of influence that they can attain and stand there for Christ.
I could not more highly recommend taking this course.
I think we could change this nation if people were learning what I've been having the opportunity to learn.
What we're doing here is not just an academic exercise. This is really preparation for a tough battle ahead, and I would totally recommend it to any conservative Christian leader who's considering any kind of leadership position at the local, state, and even at the federal level.
We believe right now that our nation is in a real crisis. We're in a battle for the very soul of this nation. If we don't do something soon to help turn it around, many changes are going to take place, so we won't recognize our nation. And we know that throughout the history of this country, God has raised up men and women to be Christian statesmen. It's our prayer that through this training program, He's going to raise up a new generation of Christian statesmen who can help return this nation to its historic Judeo-Christian roots.